Stop!
Hey?
Did you know it's cold in there?
Yeah.
Must be an American thing.
It's not.
But wait, watch this!
There's viral, and then there's catastrophic. Meghan Markle's latest video didn't just go viral. It detonated across the internet like a cultural grenade, splitting public opinion, igniting old conspiracies, and triggering fallout from Hollywood to Buckingham Palace. In just 8 seconds, Meghan managed to do what no PR crisis team could contain: spark a chain reaction so fierce it sent her fleeing to Dubai, slammed the brakes on her Netflix career, and gave South Park the green light for its most brutal parody yet.
When the song come on, let me see you get gone. Baby mama, this shot's been pregnant for way too long.
While some fans have praised the moment as fun and light-hearted, others have called it crass and vulgar, questioning how it aligns with the couple's repeated demands for privacy.
It wasn't a scandal. It was an implosion. From twerking next to a hospital bed to being labeled a runaway duchess, Meghan's image didn't just crack at, it shattered. Studios cut ties. Brands went silent. And the internet? The internet tore her apart. But the real story isn't just the clip. It's what happened after. The exile. The silence. The parody episode that could destroy what's left of her brand. And now, everyone wants to know the same thing. Is Meghan Markle finished for good? Or is this just the beginning of her most outrageous comeback yet? It began in a hospital room. Not with a press release, not with a charity gala, but with an 8-second dance clip. Meghan Markle, dressed casually, bounced beside a maternity bed while Prince Harry filmed her vibing to hip-hop beats.
Both Parker and Stone already have the parody written and are actually working on how it will be illustrated and animated, and it is already labeled as Respect Our Pregnancy. Surprisingly, Paramount recently agreed to create a parody version of the Meghan Markle viral video where one segment of the DEI special is going to serve as a spin-off of the Respect Our Privacy bit.
No warning, no context, just a baby mama dance dropped on Instagram with a grin. To some fans, it was cheeky and fun, Meghan embracing motherhood with confidence. But to millions of others, it was bizarre, cringeworthy, and above all, calculated. Critics didn't hold back. Royal commentator Ingrid Seward slammed it as vulgar and attention-seeking, calling it an embarrassment to the monarchy's image. The backlash was instant, and it wasn't just about taste. Comment sections lit up with fresh outrage, saying the video betrayed the couple's ongoing obsession with privacy. Yet here they were, going viral again on purpose. It didn't feel like a candid moment. It felt like a production. And just when the noise should have died down, it exploded into something much darker. But the backlash was just beginning. Almost overnight, the internet took that innocent-looking hospital dance and cracked it wide open. Frame by frame, self-proclaimed TikTok sleuths zoomed in, slowed it down, and pointed to one thing: Meghan's stomach. "It jiggles weird," one video claimed. "It's folding like a pillow," said another. And just like that, hashtags like #moonbump and #pillowgate surged back to life. These weren't new conspiracies. They'd haunted Meghan since her first pregnancy. But this time, the footage gave them a fresh jolt. Viewers insisted her belly looked too soft, too pliable, too performative. Was it a prosthetic? Was the video staged? Was it a calculated stunt to redirect attention from ongoing royal drama? The theories spiraled, and so did the headlines. From British tabloids to American gossip sites, commentators resurfaced years of speculation, claiming the twerk video validated everything doubters had whispered behind closed doors. Palace insiders reportedly called the moment tragic, while others suggested it was a desperate attempt to stay relevant. Meghan had hoped the dance would humanize her. Instead, it poured gasoline on every rumor she'd spent years denying. What happened next would rattle the entire industry. Trey Parker and Matt Stone didn't waste a second.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting?
The moment Meghan's hospital dance went viral, the South Park creators saw opportunity comic gold wrapped in controversy. Leaks from Paramount insiders confirmed what fans suspected. A new DEI-themed special was already in production, and Meghan's twerking video was the crown jewel. The episode, cheekily titled "Respect Our Pregnancy," kicks off in a glossy animated hospital where a cartoon Meghan starts dancing until a stuffed pillow suddenly drops from under her gown. Cartman, in a director's wig, yells, "Take 3!" It's brutal, it's savage, and it's on brand.
We want privacy! We want privacy! Hey, thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great. So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. So you're a journalist.
Meghan's legal team didn't laugh. Cease and desist letters flew out within hours, calling the parody defamatory and cruel. But if you've followed South Park before, you already know how that ends. The creators, who've mocked everything from Scientology to the Chinese government, shrugged it off. On a podcast, they joked, "Nothing boosts ratings like a duchess yelling, 'Ban it.'" Paramount execs, rather than panic, doubled down. Internally, they called Meghan's outrage the best free marketing money can't buy. And this wasn't just about Meghan anymore. Behind closed doors, Hollywood was already shifting. Meghan's hospital dance didn't just ignite a public storm. More, it shook the boardrooms. First came the whispers.
No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling. We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people.
Netflix had quietly put a hold on renewing her With Love, Meghan contract. Ratings projections dipped. Executives grew skittish. Then came reports that the feel-good cooking series could be axed before it even aired, especially after Harry's mind-numbing Polo documentary completely tanked. Nobody wanted another overpriced flop clogging up the fourth quarter revenue charts. But Netflix wasn't the only one pulling away. Paramount, previously enthusiastic about Meghan-led projects, suddenly shelved her proposals. Her partnership pitches were tossed into development limbo while the dust settled, if it ever would. Even her top-tier agency started to cool its support. Tabloids said the Duchess had become too demanding. WME pushed back, insisting she was still a client, but the damage was done. The calls were slowing, the offers were drying up, and the once bright Hollywood spotlight fading fast. But Meghan had a plan, and it involved disappearing. Then, almost without warning, she vanished.
Meghan, your friends are so interesting.
You have a lovely home.
Yes, it's Buckingham Palace, you fucking idiot. What a stupid thing to say.
Flight trackers lit up with data showing a Gulfstream jet linked to an Archwell shell company departing Santa Barbara in the dead of night. Destination? Dubai. By sunrise, Meghan Markle had touched down in the UAE's luxury capital, booked into an opulent suite at Atlantis the Royal, and gone completely dark. No press release, no Instagram update, no Harry. The timing wasn't lost on anyone. Her exit came just hours after South Park dropped its teaser. Coincidence? Almost no one believed that. Official sources claimed it was a business trip, tied to her new lifestyle brand. But media analysts saw something else entirely. A calculated retreat, the sudden switch to commercial flights, the handwritten note to a flight crew, the pivot to brand deals all looked suspiciously curated. Meghan wasn't just avoiding backlash. She was dodging a PR wildfire.
Jesus.
These are my girlfriends.
What are you, in high school? Camilla, stop slurping.
She's sorry, Mummy. The camera loves you, darling.
Commentators framed the move as a self-imposed exile, noting how her presence in Montecito had evaporated overnight. And this wasn't her first flight under fire. The Duchess had already been roasted for her lavish private jet habits, often clashing with her own climate change advocacy. But Dubai? This was different. It was bold, it was big, and it was hiding something. But what she found in Dubai could flip her entire future. Dubai wasn't just a hideout. It was a reset button. Behind the palace-style hotel suites and luxury spa filters, Meghan was plotting something much bigger. The UAE wasn't just offering privacy. It was offering opportunity, a 10-year golden visa for digital creators, tax-free earnings, brand funding from Gulf billionaires, and access to the influencer elite through exclusive government-backed programs. In other words, a rebranding playground for fallen celebrities. And Meghan? She was ready to play. Her reps wasted no time. Pitch meetings were set up with Emirati private equity firms, the kind that specialize in wellness empires and beauty brands with a glamorous edge. Word spread that she planned to relaunch her stalled lifestyle brand, formerly American Riviera Orchard, under a new name, as ever. Think saffron-infused skincare, desert chic hotel collabs, and influencer-run pop-up events in the Gulf.
Okay. Trying to make ourselves into a brand just turned us into products. We don't need to be a brand, do we? If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all.
It was Goop 2.0, Meghan style. The message was clear. If Hollywood wouldn't bankroll her vision, the Middle East would. And unlike the scrutiny of Los Angeles, Dubai rolled out the red carpet. No paparazzi, no satire shows, just luxury, loyalty, and money. But turning glam into longevity? That's the real challenge, especially when tensions back home were boiling over. While Meghan courted investors in the desert, Harry was making headlines of his own, alone. A BBC interview turned heads when he openly pleaded for reconciliation with King Charles, saying he desperately wanted to mend things. But palace insiders quickly shut the door. Charles wouldn't return his calls. William? Reportedly blocking any reunion altogether. What looked like a heartfelt appeal was quickly interpreted as a public cry for help. And it only highlighted one thing. Meghan was nowhere near Windsor. Instead, she was half a world away, headlining a glitzy gala in Los Angeles, while Harry prepared for his solo court appearance in London. They hadn't appeared in a public engagement together in months. Even their Archwell team, once unified, now operated across time zones. Royal watchers began asking the inevitable, are they drifting apart on purpose? Whispers of a 9-month professional separation spread fast. Some tabloids claimed Harry had floated the idea to rehab his public image. Others claimed there was already talk of a $153 million divorce settlement in motion. Both camps denied it. But something had shifted. Their calendars no longer aligned. Their brands no longer overlapped. And behind the scenes, one word kept popping up over and over again: divorce. But Meghan's biggest challenge wasn't Harry, it was a cartoon. For all the jet setting, the golden visas, and luxury rebrands, Meghan's biggest threat wasn't a lawsuit or a palace. It was an animated episode. Insiders at Paramount confirmed the Respect Our Pregnancy special was locked, loaded, and brutal. The parody wouldn't just reference the viral twerk, it would savage it. The cartoon Meghan dances, the pillow falls, and the audience roars. No spin team, no PR consultant, just laughter and lots of it. Early screenings reportedly tested through the roof. The moment the clip leaked, YouTube lit up. Breakdown videos titled "South Park Just Ended Meghan Markle" racked up hundreds of thousands of views in hours. Reaction threads turned into memes. Even Meghan's legal threats, her usual play, backfired. Instead of silencing the buzz, they amplified it. Paramount execs grinned behind closed doors, calling her outrage the best promo they'd ever gotten for free. If the episode crushes the charts, analysts say, it could do permanent damage. Not just to Meghan's public image, but to her viability. Brands hate volatility. Agencies hate risk. And viral parody? It lingers. The satire might just lock her into the one narrative she's fought hardest to escape. The ex-royal punchline, permanently exiled in luxury, still chasing relevance across oceans. Which brings us to the final question. Can she outrun the joke? So what now? Meghan Markle is standing at a cultural crossroads. On one side, Dubai's golden haze, a land of investors, rebrands, and second chances. On the other, a collapsing Hollywood empire, royal silence, and a South Park parody that could go down as the moment her public image froze in mockery. She's not just fighting a meme, she's fighting irrelevance. And the question isn't whether she can bounce back, it's whether the public wants her to. Her brand, as ever, still hasn't launched. Her Netflix future is dangling by a thread. Her marriage? Under scrutiny. Her reputation? Walking a razor-thin line between reinvention and retreat. PR strategists say this could still work, that if she leans into her struggle, owns the fallout, and pivots toward authenticity, she could carve out a niche no royal-turned-celebrity ever has. But one wrong step? One more viral misfire? And she risks becoming the cautionary tale of the decade. Because when satire sticks, it doesn't just hurt feelings. It rewrites the story entirely. So will Meghan Markle's Dubai glow-up flip the script? Or seal her status as royalty in exile forever?